We're also the only party that consistently stands up for Australian working families. That's why we're moving to enshrine penalty rates in legislation to protect workers' pay and safeguard the essential Labor legacy.
Member for Hunter.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and may I say it's a pleasure to see you back in that seat. So thank you for everything that you do for us here. When we look through the history of our nation and things that make it great, there's a common theme: the Australian Labor Party. That's because when Labor is in government, we implement nation-building policies. We pass legislation that shapes Australia into the lucky country we know today. And our agenda in this term of government continues to mould the future in ways that generations to come will look back with gratitude. Thanks to the past Labor governments, we have Medicare, NDIS, paid parental leave and the NBN, even though those opposite tried to stuff that. Thanks to the Albanese Labor government, these have all been strengthened and we've delivered fee-free TAFE, cheaper childcare and cheaper medicines. We're also making housing more accessible, expanding programs to build social and affordable homes and reforming Medicare to strengthen bulk billing, especially for children, pensioners and more people in rural and regional communities. This is Labor at work, tackling everyday pressures, delivering fairness for all Aussies. Fee-free TAFE means more than 300,000 Aussies can access vocational training without financial barriers, helping fill critical shortages in areas like aged care, construction and renewable energy. It's not just a boost for our students, it's an investment for our workforce and our future. Now in our second term, we're getting on with the job we started. Cost of living continues to be the #1 focus. The first piece of legislation we introduced this term will cut student debt by 20% because we believe in opportunity, because getting a qualification to follow your dreams shouldn't send you broke. This reform will cut the average student debt for more than 3 million Aussies by around $5,500. That's real relief for young people, for working people and for our future. We're also the only party that consistently stands up for Australian working families. That's why we're moving to enshrine penalty rates in legislation to protect workers' pay and safeguard the essential Labor legacy. Cheaper childcare is saving families thousands every year, make it easier for parents, especially women, to re-enter the workforce and boost their household income. We have introduced new laws to cut off funding for centres that repeatedly fail to meet the minimum standards. This reform supports states and territories and helps ensure childcare centres are putting kids' safety first. And when it comes to men's health, we're investing in better access to mental health services, targeted awareness campaigns and programs that encourage early detection, especially in rural and regional areas where services can be a bit harder to reach. This is about saving lives. Men are less likely to visit a doctor. Men are more likely to die from heart disease and cancers like prostate cancer, illness that could be treated if caught early. Tragically, 75% of those who die by suicide are men. We are also working to break down the stigma that stops mainly men from reaching out for the help they need. This means supporting more tailored, community-based services run by people who understand the unique challenges men face, from social isolation to cultural pressures. Prevention must be proactive, not reactive. Clearly, we face a men's health crisis in this country. That's why I'm proud to have been appointed the first ever Special Envoy for men's health, to tackle these issues, to start real conversations and to turn these statistics around, because this doesn't need to be the way it is. Because if this issue isn't a national priority, then I don't know what is, Speaker. Our priorities are clear and they're with the Aussie people. Whether it's access to cheaper medicines, cheaper childcare, stronger Medicare, fee-free TAFE, or a lighter student debt burden, we're getting on with the job. But if you want to see a contrast, look no further than those opposite, the Coalition. One of their first private members' bills in this term is a proposal to abolish climate action. It's déjà vu. It's the same tired argument they've been pushing for 20 years, so come on. This debate is settled and should have been settled, but you guys just keep bringing it up. Let's move forward and let's focus on real issues. It's not that Labor isn't managing this country's challenges and priorities. It's that the Coalition has no idea what the real priorities are for this country. Because of them, it's certainly not health, education, workers' rights or cost of living relief. Speaker, it's only 1 week in and we're hearing the tired old arguments from last term's MPIs. We're getting on with the job. Already we've put legislation in facts, real lives of Australians. We're shaping this country for the better, just as Labor governments always have. We're taking real action, we're delivering real results.